I turned 18 a couple of months ago, and now I'm headed out to live on my own for a year. I feel excited by a more mature version of myself that has the adult things figured out, but also incredibly intimidated by the process of actually getting there. And the thought of taxes, healthcare, insurance, and investing, all of that feels really overwhelming and makes me just want to run away and hide. But what if there was a way to make one of those easier, dare I even say fun? Well, let me introduce you to Robinhood, the sponsor of this video. But first, a quick story about when I was 14 and I lost all of my money, and then I bounced back, and how that led to me going on a 40-hour road trip across the entire country in my dream car that I never thought I'd be able to afford at this age. And by the way, this video is not financial advice. Okay, so I first started investing when I was 14 years old, and my math teacher at the time was very excited that Bitcoin had crossed $1,000 and was continuing to rise, and that sparked a bit of curiosity within me, to say the least. I ended up spending an all-nighter researching everything I could on cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, just about everything under the sun, and the next day I somehow convinced my mom to let me invest all of my money into a couple different coins. I knew nothing about investing. All I knew was I wanted in, and I wanted in now. I would say investing is part of adulthood that we all know we need to develop a good relationship, but many of us, understandably, would rather push it away, hide from it, and, metaphorically hit snooze on it until our 30s. And somewhere along the line, we've been told that investing is for the chosen few, the hyper-educated, the wildly successful, and the classic men in suits. But here's the truth, investing is for everyone, even you. Yes, you.
Are you doing a survey or?
Sort of. Have you ever heard of the app Robinhood?
Yes.
The stock trading app?
Yeah.
They're sponsoring my video.
Are they actually?
Have you ever invested money in your life? Like your own money?
No.
Why?
Because I don't know how to do it.
So if someone showed you how
Would
and
I
made
do
it
it?
easy, yeah.
I would consider it more than I do now.
Would you ever invest $1
$1.
into something? Yeah. If I was like, here, there's this platform where you can just invest $1 every day, and you wouldn't even have to touch it, you just set it up.
So I put, how many days do I have to do it for?
Well, you can stop whenever you want to stop.
Okay.
Or you could even do it every week or every month. You put in $1.
Yeah. Yeah.
You would do that.
Yeah.
Robinhood has a feature called Reoccurring crypto investments, which makes it easy for you to buy your favorite coins on a schedule you choose with as little as $1. And whether you choose to buy crypto every day, every week, or every month, all of your trades are commission-free, which means you get more coins for your hard-earned money. Sounds great to me, right? Alright, so let's go back to me feeling overwhelmed by all of my adult responsibilities, because I think I found a solution to all of those problems, and I'd like to share it with you. And so this potential solution that I think I've stumbled upon, or actually that I've read about, comes from James Clear's book, Atomic Habits, which I'm pretty sure I've recommended before on my channel. It's a great book, highly recommend it. But there's this quote in it, and I think it's something along the lines of, if you can maintain continuous improvement of 1% every single day, at the end of the year, you'll be 37 times better than you originally were. And I really like that philosophy, or just way of viewing the world, or maybe even how you interact with the world, and whether it's habits or spending time with people, or honestly just anything. And as long as you're mindful of what you're putting that 1% into, I don't know, it just feels like anything is possible. As I look out, into the horizon, into my gap year, there are so many things I want to improve upon. I want to get better at playing guitar. I want to improve my ability to tell stories through film and video, I want to get better at French. And yeah, there are a myriad or a plethora of things I want to improve upon, but right now I just feel so far from where I want to be, and that feels overwhelming. But if I take a step back and I break it into, 1% that I can do every single day, or just little things I can do every single day, which are the hypothetical 1%, I think I'll look back at the end of the year and be like, holy cow, I've improved so much because I broke it up into little steps. So a few years after I invested my money into crypto, a lack of research and proper financial education led to me losing the majority of money in 4 of the 5 investments that I made. And perhaps there's a bit of survivorship bias here, or maybe I created my own luck, I don't know. But the 5th coin made all of the difference. Yeah, that last investment changed my life. But before I tell the rest of my story, I want to take a step back, because I think we can all agree that when it comes to thinking about investing in crypto, we may feel hesitant to take that first step, because naturally there are a ton of questions. How how do I start investing in crypto, when is a good time to start investing, how can I feel confident in my investments, and how can I start to create a financial future for myself. So let's take my story for example. When I was younger and I invested all of my money into these different coins, I put them all at one time. And if I had known about dollar cost averaging and invested my money over the course of a few months, I could have grown my wealth over time and I would have been much better off. And so with Robinhood's reoccurring investing, you can use the dollar cost averaging strategy to spread your crypto purchases over regular intervals in equal amounts to potentially reduce the impact of volatile prices. And so dollar cost averaging is actually not a new strategy. It's been a very popular way of building wealth, and my grandfather actually taught me about it when I was younger, as well as the rule of 72, but that's a topic for a different video. So when it comes to taking, your first step into crypto, Robinhood's reoccurring crypto feature allows you to have full control over your investments, and it allows you to build your wealth slowly but surely, even if you're just starting with $1. This is completely my own opinion, but I think the world is moving in a digital direction. And if you look back to how communication has evolved, we can take that as an example, right? The evolution of communication. It's gone from sending letters in the mail, which take multiple days, even way back, you'd send it on like a horse rider or something across the country. It would take a very long time. And that's kind of evolved from, physical to a fax machine to emails to instant text messages. And so we've seen communication go from something tangible in hand that's taken multiple days to something that's digital and instant and fast. And yeah, that's just kind of how I see the world evolving. I think that same evolution will and is already happening with money. However, it's really important, and I want to reiterate the fact that all investments involve risk. You should always do your own research and be very mindful about where you're putting your money. And for this exact reason, that's why I was very hesitant to share my story and to make this video, because I really don't want to continue this narrative of crypto as a get-rich scheme. I think we're in the early stages of a sector with a lot of potential, long-term potential, but I also want to be extremely mindful about the information I'm sharing and how I'm sharing it, because I understand I have a large responsibility to my audience. So I just want to let you guys know that I'm aware of that and trying to be as mindful as I can about this topic. And I know for a fact that there's unfortunately a lot of misleading information online. And in my experience and in my case, when I was younger, that negatively influenced my investing. And I know investing can be intimidating and scary, and rightfully so, because it does involve risk, right? But why I really love Robinhood is because they're doing their best to maintain and facilitate an all-around safe environment and platform for investing, which I just have utmost respect for. And so with this feature launching, I've decided to put $10 into Ethereum every single day throughout my gap year, and it's super easy to do. I'm gonna open up the app right now, and we can go to ETH for Ethereum, click on Ethereum, buy, top right, USD, reoccurring investments, every day, 7 days a week, continue, how much? $10 every single day throughout my gap year. Swipe up to submit. Investment is scheduled. All right, it's as easy as that. Yeah. And a major reason behind why I'm making this investment is because I'm going to be traveling a lot this year, and I won't always have time to check the markets to make sure I'm getting my timing correct. And this gives me peace of mind knowing that, again, I'm putting in my hypothetical 1% every day without having to worry about it, knowing that I'm building a financial future for myself, and I'm just excited to see where this goes, and I'll update you guys on the journey. And as for what's next, well, I decided to take the profits that I made from that fifth coin, the investment I made when I was younger, and I put that into buying a gap year car. And so I wanted a reliable car, of course, but I also wanted one that would hold its value. And so I decided to follow my heart and buy an old stick shift Porsche from the 90s, which is something that I've been dreaming about since I was a little kid. It means a lot to me, and it's really cool to see the power of investing. And with all that said, I've been very hesitant to share this car with you guys and to introduce it into my channel and my life because in no way am I trying to flex or to boast or to, flex my ego, or I don't even know. It's not who I am as a person, and I hope you guys know that, because this car is about so much more to me. It's about the memories. It's about, buying this car out in Los Angeles and driving it across the country back with my dad and all of the special memories we have from that experience. My dad always told me that it's not about getting from point A to point B. It's about how you get there. And to me, this car makes getting from point A to point B an experience every single time. It puts a smile on my face, and it just brings me a lot of joy. And that's kind of how I want my life to be. It's not just life to death, it's about everything that happens in between. So with my car, I'm headed out on a journey across the country. I'm going to be staying with people along the way, and I'm going to try to share their stories as best as I can. I'm going to ask questions, I'm going to try to keep an open mind, and most importantly, I'm going to be investing $10 into Ethereum every single day with Robinhood's Reoccurring crypto feature. And my destination, you might ask, for this grand adventure that I'm going on with my car. By the way, what should we name her? Leave a comment on this video, and then I might do a community tab poll section, and then we can decide what her name will be. The destination for my grand adventure across the country is a place where I'll be living for an entire month with some friends. And I may not even have to actually introduce you to them because you may already watch their videos. And that's all I'll say for now. I just want to thank Robinhood again for sponsoring this video, because that's going to help fund a couple months of travel for me, which I'm really excited about. So if you're 18 and older and you reside within the United States, you can click the link in my description to sign up for a Robinhood account, and you can get started with Robinhood's feature, Reoccurring Crypto Investments. That's all for now, and I'll see you in the next video when I depart on my grand journey. Have a great day. Cheers.